All right, now on to your questions, comments, and voicemails.
Let's go.
We didn't get a ton of comments that were like, you know,
crazy.
Well, comments on the DreamWorks video, they kind of just about the video. So
yeah.
Nothing super crazy there. But we do have questions from our Discord. Go join the Discord. Link in the description.
Yeah.
We're gonna start off with the Lightning Dude, who says, "Which sci-fi gadget would you want in real life?" It's got the Power Rangers morphers, Iron Man armors, Ben 10's Omnitrix, or Rick and Morty's portal gun.
It would honestly, it's got to be the Omnitrix though, right? It's either that or Iron Man suit.
Yeah, I mean, but the portal gun would be cool because you could go to different realities.
If they exist.
Yeah, I mean, in the scenario they would, because you get the portal gun.
Yeah, but you can't do anything. I'd like to... who's to say there's not an alien that can do that same thing?
Yeah, there probably is. I mean, there's so many aliens out there.
Yeah.
It's
just a no-brainer to pick the Omnitrix.
When you like the morphers, I don't even care about. You know what I mean? The Iron Man armor sounds cool until you're not a genius billionaire playboy philanthropist. Then like, what are you going to really do with it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you fly around. You can't shoot people.
Right. Yeah, you can't actually kill people with this.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, Omnitrix definitely takes because there's so much utility to it. It doesn't have to just be for fighting.
Yeah.
Could be a ton of different stuff there. Lightning also says, "What would y'all's secondary additional playlist be like?" Mine still Ghost Freak, Blitzwolf for Snarrow, Upgrade, Way Big, Bus Shock, Rip Jaws, Heat Blast, Jet Race.
I feel like we've had this question and answered it so many different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've had the playlist with Dan. Go check out that video.
Yep. What are your I guess lesser known aliens that you like a lot? Like for me, Lodestar would have to be on there. Like he's not like number one pick or anything, but he's a cool alien that I like his powers.
I don't know. Upgrade would probably be a lesser known pick for me. He wouldn't be my first pick for my own personal draft, but if some stuff starts getting picked, I'd pick Upgrade. It'd be sick.
Yeah. A lot of utility with Upgrade as well.
Yeah. I make fun of you for Ripjaws, but I'd like Ripjaws just to go swim in the ocean for a while. You know what I mean? Not for hero aspects, but maybe I just want to go explore the ocean.
It's the Aquaman problem. Like, oh, we don't need Aquaman here until there's a problem in the ocean.
Yeah.
Then you gonna need him.
I'm not even looking at it for problems to solve. I just want to go swimming. You know?
Well, Ripjaws can breathe on land. He can't breathe on hot land. He can't breathe in the desert.
But let's say me and my girlfriend go to the beach.
Yeah.
We turn our Ripjaws, go a little bit further out in the ocean.
Sure.
You know, not be scared of anything. I'm the scariest guy in the ocean at that point.
Probably.
No way a shark's taking me on.
You could eat a shark.
I could eat a shark.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not scared of nothing.
Nothing, mate.
So probably Ripjaws.
I think a lot of the monsters. He kind of listed off like Snarrow and Blitzwolf.
Yeah,
I think a lot of
would
those
definitely be in there.
In your secondary.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Blitzwolf was a top pick for me.
Yeah, he would go number one for you.
Snarrow probably, and the Frankenstein guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankenstrike.
Yeah, Ben Frankenstein. Ben Victor.
Ben Frankenstein. Dante asks, what are some songs that you think were perfect for a scene? And he lists off I Am Iron Man song, the Hooked on a Feeling. Not Hooked on a Feeling. What is this? Is that Hooked on a Feeling in the first Guardians? It's Come and Get Your Love.
Yeah.
The ending of Black Panther. That's not really a scene. It's
what song is that?
It's called Come and Get Your Love by the
No, fuck Black Panther, dipshit.
Oh, it's it's the Kendrick and SZA thing, I think. The
I don't know it.
It's good.
And
I think this dude, the Spider-Verse one?
Dude?
Yeah, oh my god. That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Pretty much the opener to K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
How it's done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great song.
That song in How to Train Your Dragon 2 when they're first flying around.
Yes.
That's pretty good. I would say the Tequila song from Baby Driver. Oh my god.
Dude, I love that.
Most of that is good. Drive with Ryan Gosling, that techno kind of night drive song. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Lots of good songs. Lots of good needle drops in movies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good question. I asked you this one. I said delete one of the OG aliens from the Ben 10 classic playlist.
I said gray matter.
I'm going.
Fucking hate that little bug. Stomp on him.
We just did a fun
rub
collab
his
with
guts. I know, and that's the one thing I hold against that man is that his whole name is Gray Matter.
He's a fanboy of Gray Matter.
Yeah,
he's a Galvin.
Damn, Gray Matter.
I love every one of these aliens so much. To me, it came down to Stinkfly and Wild Much because in the Omnitrix, there's other aliens that do those things better. But I'm not giving up flying. Spitter, yeah, I guess. But he can't fly though.
I know.
I'm saying the flying aspect is what Stinkfly really excels at. But then you've got Heat Blast can fly, Ghost Freak can fly, I guess. Even though you don't really want to turn
Upgrade.
Upgrade could turn. Yeah, he could take a clock over and fly it around. You know,
that was cool.
That's cool. Yeah, it's Wild Mutt, but I love Wild Mutt so much. It's hard to kill a baby like that.
I've never really liked Wild Mutt.
Really?
He was okay.
Even his design?
Nah.
I think his design is the strongest aspect about him. I think the whole like no eyes with like the gills and he's got the big teeth. He's just
the
cool.
roar. I love that.
Yeah, dude. So cool.
Thoughts on Ben having a Vilgax transformation?
Sick. I think that's one of the better aspects in the reboot, honestly.
Yeah, just the kidified Vilgax's face, you know?
Well, he's Gax. In the reboot, there's a guy called Vil in the world, and then Ben has a Gax transformation. And then once the Gax transformation gets out or whatever, it's like Vilgax number one, and he's the villain.
Stupid.
I don't know. It's all right. I think that's a cool idea, though. I do like that, because I've always wanted to see what Ben would look like as a Vilgax species. He probably wouldn't look that cool because Vilgax is shrimpy in his form, but he's amped himself up with nanos
little
and
shrimp
stuff.
dick.
A little shrimping. Lightning is asking what ring would a Spider-Man get if he was in the DC universe?
Here's wild for me. Either one, Hope, the blue ring.
Okay.
Spider-Man's full of hope.
Absolutely.
Right? Or two, check this out, Love. You get the pink ring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
the Star Sapphires.
Yeah, because he's constantly losing out with his love on Mary Jane, but his love for Mary Jane and even Aunt May kind of thing.
He also shows an immense power for, just perseverance.
Yeah.
I think that's the willpower kind of manifesting. I think the Green Lantern works too.
Yeah.
It's just not in his power set. All of his villains have green. Spider-Man doesn't really have green.
Which one would you want him to have?
The red ring.
Really?
When he gets all mad, you start punching real hard.
You go, that's good.
No, I think green's probably the one I want, but it wouldn't work with his color palette. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are some shows you think are criminally underrated, Steven?
The problem is, like, the ones I would think have now gotten cult classics.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the pictures he showed. I'm going with Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
I don't hear that. When we bring up old nostalgic shows,
yeah,
you don't hear Jackie Chan Adventures nearly as much as some other ones.
I also don't hear Batman Brave and the Bold talked about a bunch.
You really don't.
Peak show, dude.
Or the Green Lantern show.
Yeah,
that came out around the same time, that CG. Because it only had, I think, one season before it was canceled.
But it left him like a cliffhanger, I think. Like it was supposed to get more.
Would you see the Rage guy?
Razor or whatever his name is.
In Young Justice.
Yeah,
so maybe get a little bit.
I think I saw recently that the Android lady from that show came back in the comics.
Really?
She was even saying, like, it's good to be home. Something like that.
But I think Jackie Chan Adventures would probably be criminally underrated. That and Code Lyoko.
Okay.
For me.
I never saw Code Lyoko.
Dude.
I know the big forehead meme or whatever.
Yeah, it's so good. It's French made. I didn't realize as a kid, so I didn't understand, like, the design choices sometimes, Yeah. But you can totally tell it's a French made. Like, one of the guys, he literally looks like the gay guy, Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, really?
He dresses like a cat. You know what I mean? He's got, like, cat-like powers and stuff.
I think I'm going to say this, and this is going to sound stupid, but I think most TMNT shows
are underrated.
Like the 2003 one, I never hear people talk about. Apparently the 2012 one is really good. People don't talk about it.
The 2003 one and the one right after that where they go to the future.
I think it was the same series, but it was just like broken up into different parts or whatever.
So good.
Yeah. What are some cool teams you can make out of different heroes?
I really like the aspect of like Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
So I would do like an Etrigan focused team with like Etrigan. Can it be like both DC and Marvel at the same time?
No, I think just.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Etrigan with Ghost Rider would be really cool. You don't think so?
Why are you putting different universes?
He didn't say it.
He has a picture of Marvel characters in there, dude.
Okay, so what are some cool teams you can make from different heroes? Nothing about that says you have to stick with the same universes. Dante will back me up here.
Okay.
I'm going to do Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Etrigan. Wolverine.
Okay.
Swamp Thing.
Okay.
We got to throw a girl in there.
Why is Wolverine there?
He's angry like Etrigan.
But that's not magic.
Doesn't matter. It's cool.
You're just playing with your own rules here.
Yeah. There's no rules. Make a team.
Okay, go on.
Make a team.
Go on then. Go on.
The woman character.
Good character.
Is going to be Psylocke.
She's good.
And Magic. We'll throw both.
Magic's good too.
So we got Psylocke, Magic, Ghost Rider, Etrigan, Wolverine.
Why is Etrigan? It could just be a Marvel thing.
No, Etrigan's cool.
I like Etrigan too.
I want him in there with Ghost Rider specifically. But then I want Etrigan in there for Ghost Rider, but then I want Wolverine in there for Etrigan. And then Psylocke and Magic are both kind of extra centuries. and I just picture Olivia Munn, and I get all tingly inside.
I like to think of legacy characters, so like Beta Ray Bill and Sam Wilson Captain America and A-Bomb. It was like the secondary Hulk.
Oh, really?
For a while. It was like the Rick Jones Hulk, I think. And then like just stuff like that, like make an Avengers team essentially, but like out of just like the secondary. Like put Yelena in there instead of put Kate Bishop in there instead of Hawkeye. Put like Scott Lang's daughter instead of Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Whatever. That'd be cool. I don't think they've done anything really like they've had like Avengers teams with those characters on it, but they've never like I don't as far as I know they've never like made all the secondary ones be in part of the team.
I'm with that. Mine's way cooler than yours. Oh, okay. This one's from Lightning Dude. What do you guys think Spidey was doing while was popping off? I don't understand this.
So the comic he shows in the question has Wilson Fisk taking over New York as the
Void. The Daredevil. Oh, okay, I understand.
Stuff. And then there's a guy saying, "Where's Spider-Man?" But it looks like he's just like playing Steam or whatever, playing Balatro.
When basically what was happening was Tom Holland wasn't able to make his suit yet. So the whole time these things are happening, he's furiously knitting his suit together.
Takes a full year to make a suit.
Yeah, he's just like, hold on, guys.
I guess he could be ass at it.
Yeah.
I think he's just in school. I think he's eating a hot dog. He's probably dealing with like lower crime stuff.
Yeah.
Like I bet he's just like not got his full foot back in like the superhero game because he's probably, Okay, what would you guys preferred / wanted this effect of Kevin's absorbing comeback be used in the following shows? Yeah, absolutely. I think we talked about this a lot while we were reviewing Alien Force. Go check out those reviews if you haven't. It kind of gets frustrating when Kevin only does metal or wood or whatever. Like he's only absorbing materials when he could be absorbing electricity and shooting beams.
Yeah.
And I guess like the example they give is like, okay, Kevin can't absorb too much energy or he'll go crazy. He's literally absorbing and discharging.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be too much for him.
Yeah.
Like it's just dumb.
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
It's just dumb.
Would you want Kevin to do it?
Yeah, I'm fuck with it. Yeah. I like absorbing powers.
Or if he could like absorb a villain and take their like some of their qualities. It won't last forever, Kevin.
It was too basic in Alien Force. I like the sleekness of it, but let's get a little more adventurous. Like let's absorb a volcano, see what happens. You know what I mean?
Let's absorb like an oil spill. See how slick you can get or something.
Yeah, I'll make you slick, big boy.
All right. Dante says, when you start binging again, why stop at Teen Titans? Because maybe just make videos but maybe just make videos on the more iconic / important episodes so it's not too much for... Okay.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I think I want to cover all of Teen Titans just cuz.
Well, I think that's a show... So, I don't know if Ben 10 Alien Force was just like we'd cover so much Ben 10 or we got kind of burned out or whatever, but some episodes it was really hard to come up with like a topic to talk about, like a main topic for that episode to cover. Whereas like Teen Titans, I think for the most part has a pretty central theme or like an interesting idea for like most episodes, if not all episodes. And
but I do see this like there's a bit in Adventure Time where it gets so deep when they're trying to get rid of the Lich King, or the Lich in like season 5, I think. Yeah, with Prisma, like you get one wish. A sandwich. He's like, no. Okay, we gotta help your friend.
Make you a sandwich.
Yeah, he's like, I just make you. He's like, let's walk this. Let's write this down. Get this wish set up. I think that whole arc right there was really good. We could talk about, or we could do a whole expose on the Ice King and his history instead of like covering it episode by episode. Just talk about Ice King throughout the show.
We could also just do like like a retrospective on the full series. Without like we could binge the whole series together and then like make. Like write a video on it essentially.
Yeah.
So there's other things to do besides. If you guys don't want us to do episode by episodes, we don't have to do that.
Yeah, I agree too. What is this one? Oh, Dragons Defenders of Berk. Is that a good show?
I've heard the Dragon shows wane in quality. Like some of them are really good, some of them are not good. I think the racing one is bad, maybe.
I was gonna say this dragon one looked like a wheel, but it turns out it's the rest of his body.
Yeah, that guy's like the Whispering Death or something.
Yeah,
somebody was talking to me about that on the comments of one of our TikToks or something. Yeah, and I looked it up and I'm like, God dang, this dude's crazy.
Yeah, but it's also like we like episode by episode because one, it's like job security, right? Where how many videos we can make with that.
Yeah,
but it's fun talking episode by episode with you guys. Like, hey, this week let's talk. It's like a book club kind of thing, but with TV shows. You know what I mean?
It is, but at the same time, it is more.
It is exhausting.
Taxing.
Yeah, it's taxing.
And I think the audience doesn't connect as much, because if it's like one long video, I think they're more willing to invest versus like episode by episode. We could just do episode by episodes and make them shorter and put them in one video.
Yeah, which we played around with that with Ben 10 when we first, like I had said in the beginning, I was like, there's not going to be enough to talk about. Like, well, let's put 3 episodes in, and then our first few episodes were an hour long.
Yeah, those first, like, because I think we were just doing like Ben 10 like at the series.
Yeah,
like, we were talking a lot about like the show overall too. So,
and we were We were getting off topic a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
You edited a lot, but at the same time.
Well, it started as a podcast, but I think that version of it kind of more, reflected as like a show, like just a,
but it's a good idea. It's something we'll take to heart.
Yeah, for sure.
And look at it.
Thank you for the ideas, by the way. We love kind of hearing, content suggestions and stuff like that too.
But yeah, that has been questions, comments, and voicemails. Again, if you guys want to have us read your questions, comments, or voicemails, leave them in the places that we've already mentioned like 4 times in this video. Thank you so much for listening. I have been Steven.
I've been Humber.
And we will see you guys next week.